Hi guys, this is Vitaly with AFT Dispatch and A2C Logistics, and in today's video I'd like to cover the upcoming Brake Safety Week proceeding from August 23rd to the 29th. Now I'm on a quick little vacation with the family, checking out the beautiful state of Oregon. Grateful to Holiday Inn Express and their staff for letting me use their conference room despite it being shut down because of COVID. Now the conference room is a big mess right now and I forgot to grab my lighting equipment, and I think it'll do, but if it's not up to par, I hope you guys forgive me. I'll be back at the office next week and we'll go from there. Now, as we do every week, stick around to the end of this video. After this segment, we'll be looking at the week's loads that we've booked for our clients, consisting of leased on owner operators and carriers running under their own authority while utilizing our truck dispatch services. Now, as always, I ask you guys to please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and most definitely hit the notification bell so you never miss any of these weekly releases. Thank you for doing that. Really do appreciate it. We see the difference. It really tells YouTube that this is useful content you guys enjoy and it's helpful to you. Please continue to do that. Hit the notification bell, hit the like buttons, and let's get started. Now, the Commercial Vehicle Safety Alliance, CVSA, their Brake Safety Week, it's all about checking for problems with brakes on CMVs, and during this year's Brake Safety Week, inspectors will be paying special attention to brake hoses and tubing. Now, they want to make sure that brake hoses and tubing are properly attached, undamaged, without leaks, and properly flexible. And during last year's International Road Check Inspection and Enforcement Initiative, brake system and brake adjustment violations accounted for 45.1% of all out-of-service conditions. That's more than any other vehicle violation category. And during last year's Brake Safety Week, 13.5% of the commercial vehicle inspections that had occurred had brake-related vehicle inspection item violations, and they were all placed out of service. Now, in addition to CVSA's Brake Safety Week, August is also Brake Safety Awareness Month. Along with inspections and enforcement, law enforcement agencies are also engaging in outreach and awareness efforts to educate drivers, motor carriers, mechanics, owner-operators, and others on the importance of brake maintenance and operation as well as performance. And of course, the takeaway here is to make sure your brakes are in tip-top condition. Make sure to check any and all problems and issues, because you can bet your bottom dollar the inspectors definitely will. And once again, guys, if you haven't clicked the like button yet, please do so now. As well as click the subscription button with the notification bell right next to it. You don't want to miss these videos. Every Friday we release one of these things, and they seem to be quite popular here on YouTube. Now I'll switch to camera in a moment and I'll go over the loads. Before I do so, just a reminder, make sure to check your brakes this week. Talk to you guys in a moment. Welcome back, guys. Let's take a look at some of these loads. Now, these are all dry van loads, starting out on Osceola, Georgia, going to Sanford, North Carolina. This was a load of cotton at 42,000 pounds, booked at $1,000 for 408 miles, going at $245 a mile. Next, it took a load out of Trinity, North Carolina, going with a one-pick, two-dropper to Alliance, Ohio, and Austintown, Ohio. This was a super light load of 10,000 pounds of furniture at 486 miles, booked at $1,650, which got him $340 a mile. Next, it took a load out of Glendale, West Virginia, going to Smyrna, Delaware. This was a Walmart load of Walmart delivery going with some lubricants, 393 miles at $1,600, which got him $407 a mile. Next, I took a load out of Wilmington, Delaware, going to Midland, North Carolina. This was a load of some just general merch, 40,000 pounds, 503 miles, booked at $950 at $1.89. Best part is this driver needed to get home to Charlotte, North Carolina. Worked out very well with the Midland, North Carolina delivery. Ended up running Monday to Friday, as he usually does, and grossed $5,200 for the week. Next, we got some reefer loads, looking at Shellen, Washington, going to Calexico, California. This was a reefer load of apples of 42,000 pounds. The driver was able to get a reset done over the road and end up with California with fresh hours. This was 1,372 miles, booked at $1,850, which got him $1.35. And you might think, wow, that's a really low rate. But here's the thing. Sometimes you have to take a cheaper run in order to get to a really good market to come out of there for really good money. And that's exactly what he did. He took a load out of San Diego, California, went to Pauls Valley, Oklahoma. It was one pick, one drop, load of frozen beef at -10 on the reefer, 35,000 pounds on the weight. The miles were almost identical at 1,368 miles, except this time they booked it at $5,000, which got them $365 a mile. So again, you go to California for $135, but you leave California for $365. Definitely great, considering that the miles are practically identical. I mean, they were 4 miles off. Then we got a load of just some bottled water, 37,000 pounds, coming out of Austin, Texas, going to York, Pennsylvania. Fantastic rate for Texas. They booked us at $3,950 at 1,575 miles, which got them $251 a mile. Fantastic, $250 a mile coming out of Texas. Very well done. Then we got a load of some reefer runs out of Groveport, Ohio, going to Salem, Virginia. These are all one pick, one drop runs, really short miles. This was Groveport, Ohio to Salem, Virginia, going at 326 miles. This was booked at $1,500, which got them $460 a mile. Then they took a load out of Mount Crawford, Virginia, going to Northeast Maryland, was a load of some miscellaneous product. 224 miles at $1,050, which got them $469 a mile. Next, they took a load out of Baltimore, Maryland to Rockville, Indiana for $1,200, a load of seeds, 637 miles, $1.88, and a load out of Champaign, Illinois, going to Dunkirk, New York, 579 miles, a load of bottle caps at $1,900, which got them $328 a mile. And finally, they took a load out of West Seneca, New York, going to Goldsboro, Pennsylvania, a load of frozen food, 265 miles, running at $1,500, which got them $566 a mile. All in all, it was a week of short runs. From what I'm seeing, more than half of the runs of the product was dry freight, so the reefer stayed off. And they got some fantastic rates, because in 6 days he ended up booking $7,150 in this, and not had to use his reefer for the majority of the runs. Next, we're looking at some team van runs. Basically, Winston-Salem, North Carolina, going to Mequon, Wisconsin. This was a load of food-grade packaging, 815 miles at $1,600, which got them $1.96 a mile. Then they took a load out of Menasha, Wisconsin, going to Delron, New Jersey, which was a one pick, one drop plastic load of plastic, 963 miles at $3,100, got them $322 a mile. And then they took a load out of Burlington, New Jersey, another load of plastic, took it to DuPont, Illinois, 908 miles, $1.43, that's $1,300. And then they took a load out of Maryland Heights, Missouri to Chera, South Carolina, that's 811 miles, a load of auto parts at $2,000, which got them $247 a mile. All in all, in 4 days, this team ended up grossing $8,000 in 4 days. We're talking $2,000 a day for 4 days. $8,000 in 4 days, and by the way, they ended up going home after that. So that worked out very, very well. And let's take a look. Now we got a load of some vans. These are not teams. Houston load, Houston, Texas, going to Aurora, Colorado. 43,000 pounds of water, one pick, one drop, booked at $3,150 for 1,027 miles, which got them $307 a mile. And then they took a load out of Fort Collins, Colorado, not much deadhead there, out of Aurora, and took that to Butte, Montana. That's a load of beer, 723 miles, booked at $2,400, which is $332 a mile, which ended up getting them $5,550 in 4 days. Absolutely unreal to run, over $3 a mile in that part of the country. Absolutely, really well done. Next, we're looking at a load out of Burley, Idaho. They actually deadheaded this driver out of Salt Lake City. So even though he got $234 a mile, realistically, with the deadhead, he ended up getting just under $2 a mile. But it was 25,000 pounds. It was food at -10 degrees. After that, they actually deadheaded him only about 15 miles to the next city. But basically, out of Burley, Idaho, went out to El Paso, Texas at 1,047 miles. And $2,450 on that one at $234 a mile. Then they deadheaded him out about 15 miles from El Paso to Santa Teresa, New Mexico, and then took that load to Sumner, Washington, which was 1,694 miles. It was 42,000 pounds of fresh beef running at 30 degrees, and then that run over the weekend ended up getting to a really great market in Sumner, Washington in a reefer. They booked this at $4,500, which got him $266 a mile. And you know, he's going to come out of Sumner for some really great rates when he's done with this one. Now, if you guys want to make that type of money, if you're a carrier operating under your own MC authority, you can work with us under dispatch. If you're an owner-operator who's looking for a really great opportunity to work with, you know, decent, to work at these kind of rates, certainly much more than decent, but with a very good company that's very transparent, very open, very clear, and very honest, then definitely you found the right guys. Find all our information in the description box below. You can definitely get our contact info there. You can visit our website at aftdispatch.com/go. You can send us a message there. We'll get back to you within a day. You can give us a call or text us at 801-448-6363. And if you have any questions, just leave it in the comments below, and we'll definitely respond to that as well. So until next time, guys, be healthy, be wealthy, and don't forget, hit that like button for us. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate your time.